So this is another part of our Python series. In today's video, we will be seeing how we can work within the variables and what are the conditions for defining or declaring any variable. So if you have not set up the Visual Studio Code, I will add the link in the description. You can check it out. And what else I want you to do is I want you to create one folder so that every file that you are going to create throughout the journey of your Python will be saved in that particular folder. So just go and create a folder. I have also created a folder naming Python YT series. So after that, you have to click on file and then click on new, then select the Jupyter notebook because Jupyter notebook I will prefer you to use. After doing so, you have to select the kernel if it is not selected. For me, it is selected, so I need not to do it. Now, what is variable? Variable is a container. So just like in real life, if you wanted to store something, you can use a container to store it. Same way in Python also, in programming languages also, if you wanted to store any data or a value or a name of any person, then what you need is you need a variable to store it. So basically how it works is when you are storing it, it got stored in the system's memory. And when you are calling, it comes up from the system's memory. So same way you have to work, you have to define a variable. Suppose I am going to store the name of the age of a person. So suppose I'm writing 50. So I wanted to store it. So how you can store it is you can write a variable. After writing a variable to assign any value or any data to that variable, you have to use equal to. Once you are writing equal to, the value will be stored. For running the code, for executing the code, you need to press Shift plus Enter from your keyboard on Jupyter Notebook. Just click on it and then press it. It will create one more cell for you. Another thing to note it down is there are some conditions. So first condition says that numbers cannot be used. Be used in starting only. It can be used, but after writing some characters. So naming of a variable, the variable should be declared with the letters. Another condition we have is you can use a character called underscore, but other you have to avoid. Underscore is the only character which is allowed. Apart from that, you have to avoid special characters like at the date, hashtag, dollar symbols and all. Those things you have to avoid. Python is a case-sensitive language which says that suppose I'm declaring two variables. I'm writing name is equal to Akansha. And I'm writing it again. I'm writing N capital name is equal to YouTube. So if I'm going to do this, then what will happen in Python is, as I said, Python is a case-sensitive language which says the name which you have defined using a lowercase will be treated differently and the name which you have defined using uppercase will be treated differently. So if I'm going to print it, I can say print name. So what I will get is I will get my name as an output. Same way if I'm going to do N capital, then it will give YouTube as an output. So this is what we say. Python is a case sensitive, which means all the letters, all the uppercase and lowercase letters will be tackled differently. So these are some conditions that you need to, take care while defining or declaring any variable. Now I will tell you about the valid variables and invalid variables. So what are the valid variables? Suppose I'm writing age is equal to 25, which is valid. Suppose I'm writing is underscore student, which is also valid. I can say true. And suppose I'm writing first underscore one. True again. So these are the valid variable. Apart from this, if you are writing total students, then this is also valid. Now I will show you some invalid variables. So email @domain is invalid because @ is a special character and you have to avoid special character. So if you are assigning, although like anything, suppose ABC @ Gmail. So this is going to be an invalid variable. Another variable which is going to be invalid is suppose I'm writing first number in starting. So which is also invalid. Apart from this, we have in our list is suppose reserved keyword. For is a loop name. So for is equal to 10 I'm writing, or for is equal to 10. So these three are the invalid variable. And another invalid variable will be first space name, which is also going to be invalid. Only first will be considered, name won't be considered until and unless you are going to assign two values. Suppose I'm writing yes, space, no. Or else you are writing comma, and here also you are writing comma, which means you are using two variable and assigning two values. So we'll meet in the next part of the series.